Hello and welcome to Monday. Now, yesterday we talked about some things that I bought at the Long Island Retro Game Expo, and well, I'm gonna continue talking about them. So I mentioned that I got a network adapter for the PS2, and well, we're busting out the PS2 today. So I have footage of me getting this as a kid for Christmas, like 2001, 2002, I think, and it's still kicking. DVD tray doesn't really work too well. Like, it makes some noises, and I think it still reads. All the controllers we have aren't the best in the best condition, but that can be solved by just buying some adapters for like Bluetooth adapters for modern controllers. And I mentioned picking up this guy, which is a memory card for the PS2. And yeah, let's talk about this network adapter, which is screwed in right now. So let me go grab a screwdriver, which is right across the room right here. Okay. So, and this is the wrong screwdriver, because of course it is, right? Okay, so now that we have the right screwdriver, and I'm knocking this thing around, let me unscrew this real quick. So, the reason I wanted just a network adapter is because I wanted to kind of see what it was about, right? You know, I've seen people modding their PS2s in the past, and I've always wanted to try it just to see what would happen. So I figured, you know what, let me do that. So it's very easy to do to mod your PS2. I will attempt that in the future, but it's just, life's so busy that don't have the time for it just right about now. So let's talk about this network adapter, right? So the PS2 normally is covered with this expansion bay thing, this cover. So all you need to do is just remove that, and you have a place for your hard drive, and then you have this little port right there that this top of the the adapter plugs into. So you just really just like, it goes like this, and there you go, there you have it, PS2 with the network adapter. And then we screw it back in, very, not even that tight, but just like, until there's some amount of, because we're not even like really using it for anything at the moment. So eventually the plan is to just take our collection of PS2 games that we have and just start ripping them and just like on my computer, and then tossing it onto a hard drive in here. So I will need to, there's a couple of mods that you need to do. So first thing is, because the hard drive is IDE and not SATA, which modern hard drives are, we need to swap that out. So it's basically buy a $20 adapter, and you just unscrew this network adapter, and then you just place a hard drive with modern connection ports there, as opposed to having the old standard. So once that's there, you toss in a new drive. You can even get an SSD and just get an adapter, 3.5 to 2.5 inch adapter, and that should just work perfectly fine. So that's an idea. I think this mods will support up to 2 terabytes, which is really cool. And you just toss that in and it'll work fine. Will this screw in? Hello? Maybe this one goes first. It just wasn't pushed in all the way. That makes sense. So that goes there. Push here. And we screw in here. And there we go. And now it won't come off, which is great. And then basically just like, you can run some homebrew. I need to check if this PS2 is compatible. You can just buy a memory card and just plug it in like that. And there's other memory cards that will work, but this thing is $25. 5 years old, 24, 23. It's an old piece of tech, but I love it so much, and I'm gonna give it its due diligence and like clean up. Maybe open it up and just blow it out with the fan and just like give it a good scrub with everything and just see if we can get it in tip-top shape, because it'd be really nice to just use this again. It's what we grew up playing and we loved playing it, and it deserves a second like lease on life, and I think I'm gonna give my PS2 another lease on life. Anyway, I think that's what we're gonna call it here for today. More about the PS2 in the future, more about the Vita in the future, and we'll just go from there. So that's what we're gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then,